In today's video, we are going to cover the story of an inmate who escaped from one of the most notorious prisons in South Africa, but got caught days later. Pollsmoor Prison, one of the most dangerous correctional facilities in the world. A place where some of South Africa's most notorious criminals are locked up, including gang leaders, violent offenders, and repeat criminals. But what makes Pollsmoor truly terrifying isn't just the criminals inside, it's the conditions they endure. Cells designed for 19 people now hold over 80. Prisoners sleep on top of each other. Violence is rampant, and gang rule dictates who survives. Some call it a war zone. Others call it hell on earth.
300% overcapacity. Statistics can be hard to grasp. The horrific reality is not. This single cell, crammed with 86 detainees, it was designed for 19.
But despite the heavy security, Pollsmoor has seen its fair share of breakouts. Some planned, some opportunistic, but all driven by one goal: escape. In 2022, South Africa was rocked by the unbelievable escape of Thabo Bester, a convicted murderer and fraudster. Bester faked his own death inside Mangaung Correctional Center, staging a fire in his cell and leaving behind a burned body. It was later revealed that he had help from prison staff and outside accomplices. He lived freely for months before authorities finally tracked him down in Tanzania. This case showed the world how corruption and inside connections can turn prisons into playgrounds for the most dangerous criminals. Fast forward to February 2025, and Pollsmoor is back in the headlines. Another prisoner, Yanga Weti, managed to escape while on maintenance duty inside the facility. Weti, 35, was serving just 6 months for theft and trespassing. But instead of waiting out his sentence, he took his chance and ran. It was believed he had just 2 more months to serve. Authorities launched an intense manhunt, tracking his movements. And just 2 days later, at 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning, Weti was rearrested and returned to Pollsmoor. Now he faces even more time behind bars, this time for escaping lawful custody. Weti's escape raises a bigger question. How secure are South African prisons? And how many more inmates are plotting their own escapes right now?
High risk. He was a low risk. And we have now launched an investigation as to what is it that might have led to a lapse in security and to him actually escaping. This is an offender that was sentenced for 6 months. But when you check the profile, you will realize that this is an offender that has been in and out correctional facilities. He was sentenced for theft.
Some dig tunnels, others bribe guards. Some, like Thabo Bester, stage elaborate fake deaths. But in the end, most are caught, only making their sentences worse. The escape of Yanga Weti is just one of many that have happened, and one of many that will likely happen again. South Africa's prisons are overcrowded, underfunded, and struggling to maintain control. Authorities say they're reviewing security measures at Pollsmoor to prevent future escapes.
There will always be a finger pointing at the prison officials, and that is why there is the element from the public protector that talks about the officials' negligence. How do you plan to nip that in the bud?
Well, I went to Pollsmoor Correctional Facility today. I had a meeting with the new regional commissioner and the management there. They presented to me a preliminary investigation report. I indicated to them that that report is not adequate because it doesn't address some areas of security lapses that I have identified myself, and some of them are captured in that report. One of the things that I also indicated to them is that I will not accept the report that does not indicate what consequence management steps are going to be taken. I've given them until tomorrow to give me a report that talks to consequence management.
But will it be enough? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more true crime stories.